Hey guys, Nancy here, welcome back to my channel. Sorry I'm coming to you barefaced, but like I got my period today and I just don't feel like a full beat is necessary, especially when I'm serving you boho chic with these braids, honey. On top of that, I'm kind of breaking out, you know, mask knee is a bitch and I just feel like why? Like why makeup? Why now? Why today? I'm not in the mood for it. I'd rather just get you this content. That's not why you're here anyway, so I don't even need to put on a full beat. So here you are with these braids. You clicked on it because of these braids. You see these braids. You want to get into this tutorial. Yes, I'm going to show you how I did my braids. I'm a beginner braider. I'm a baby braider. I do not claim to be a professional at all, which is why I wanted to film this tutorial. When I was looking for braiding tutorials, I find that a lot of you braider YouTuber extraordinaires don't dumb it down enough. So I wanted to show the kids, show the girls how I accomplished these braids, and I actually improved throughout the process. So how I started braiding the back, I feel like I was really trying for it to be super knotless, and I think by the time I got over here, I was doing more like a feed-in type style. I don't know, again, baby braider, she doesn't know the terms yet. However, did she braid her entire head? Yes, she did. So I just wanted to show you guys how I accomplished it and the method that I used, the pace, the products that I used. If you've gotten your hair braided before, it's nothing different, it's nothing special. It's just that now that we're in a pandemic, I think that a lot of people are starting to take it upon themselves to do these things, but seeing a professional do them is not always the easiest or best way to show it to someone who knows absolutely nothing about doing something. So I took it upon myself to try to braid my hair, and I was successful, and I thought I'd show you guys how to do it. So if you're interested in seeing how I accomplished these braids and even these accessories, then, sorry, this is a baby hair, this is not a braid hair. Oh my gosh, stop embarrassing me. Then just keep watching, but before we get into it, be sure that you are subscribed. Hit that subscribe button, and you know, it doesn't pay my bills yet, but it will one day, and let's get into this video. So the hair I'm using today is the Outre Braid Babe hair. It is pre-stretched and it is an ombre from black to platinum, and it's about 54 inches long. You'll also need some shine and jam, and I'm about to switch angles because I just found that looking at the back of my head was not super helpful to you guys. So my hair has been washed and blow dried. Make sure that you blow dry your hair and you comb it out really well. Then I went into sectioning it, and my sections were pretty big, and I was fine with that because I do not want to put a lot of stress on my hair. So I just go right in with the shine and jam at the root of the part, and then I start braiding the hair down. I do about 2 to 3 full braid over motions. I don't know how to describe that, but about 2 to 3 full passes of all 3 strands, and then I start feeding in the hair. So when you're braiding, you want to be braiding under, because as I started doing the braids, I found that this was the best way to feed in the hair. So I just laid that across the 3 pieces, but I had the middle piece flicked up. That way I could flick the middle piece back down and then begin braiding normally. You need to use the shine and jam, and you need to use kind of like a logic when it comes to braiding, which is you need to lock the hair in. So by flicking up that middle piece and then flicking it back down, the extension becomes kind of linked and locked in. So you'll see me do it again here, where I'm laying it across my 2 pieces, and then I have 1 piece that I flicked up on top of my head. I'm gonna pull it back down and then begin braiding as normally. If the hair starts to slide, that is where you need to use shine and jam as your friend. Please use the shine and jam. That is exactly what it's there for, and it holds everything in place. And braiding under kind of hides any kind of bumps I found as a beginner, because obviously my, you know, transition from hair to extension wasn't the best, but having me braid under kind of made sure that I hid those seams. And then you just want to watch how your braid is kind of growing and developing the more that you braid down.
I know at this point that I'm about to lose my hair because my hair is basically about to go into the braid. So I know I need to add more hair to keep it looking full all the way down. So you see I've put the middle piece up, and then I've stretched the extension across the other two pieces, and then I just use my index finger to kind of loop it over and begin braiding as normal. So at this point, I have hella shine and jam on my fingers, but it really helped me have great control over the hair, my hair, the extension, and it just made it kind of like a smoother transition. Again, I'm not a professional, so I expect all those bumps and kinks to be there. It's just, as a beginner, these are the things that you need to know in order to at least start. Also, I was working with ombre hair, so I really had to focus on knowing where the point of no return was, because if you think about it, I have hair that started being black at my root, and then I'm feeding in black to blonde hair again somewhere through the braid. So you have to also just, again, keep kind of your head level and a sense about yourself, and know that there is a point where you will no longer be able to feed in hair, or else the ombre is gonna look jacked up. So then I wanted to zoom in so I could show you guys, one, what the braids actually look like so you can assess whether this is something you actually like, and two, so you can see what I mean. So again, I have 3 pieces to make a braid. I stretch the extension piece across 2 pieces while having the middle piece separate, and then I begin to braid as normal. I found that this was the best and most seamless way to lock in the hair. Here's the thing too, you have to remember with braiding is you want to start with thinner pieces at the top and get thicker as you work your way down the shaft. Again, I have my 3 pieces and I stretch the hair across and I began braiding as normal. So then you want to make sure that you soak your braids in hot water. You could also use fire. You can use a lighter if you're comfortable with sealing the braids in that way. I just use boiling water and a bucket situation, and I just use that to kind of seal in the hair. I also did today, I went over it with a lighter and just sealed in the hair just because I was bored and I wanted to see if I could do it. It's not very difficult, but either way, you just need to make sure you seal in the braid or else they will come undone. So then I just tied them up in a ponytail, and this way I could go to bed because at this point I was exhausted and I needed to wrap up this video for last night. As you can see, my edges are way out, but I'm really happy with this way because I really need to protect my edges and I'm not taking any chances. So I went to, I guess my armpits. We gotta do something about that. You can still see my armpits. So this is what they look like. I'm actually super proud of myself because I really wasn't anticipating them coming out this well for like this is my first time braiding my hair in like years, and even then I used to do it in the method where you kind of like loop the hair around the root. So for trying something new, I wasn't expecting it to go this well and to be done on the first try. I really thought that I was gonna have to do this over 2 days, so I was really happy that I was able to do it in like 6 hours, I think it took me. I love the braiding hair. My only thing that I'm gonna work on as I braid more is the ends. So the ends currently are atrocious. So if I had flexi rods, I'd be okay, but I don't. So I'm going to try and improvise because this is what they currently look like. And I really want them curled. So I'm gonna find something to wrap them around and soak them in hot water. I'm thinking a makeup brush because that will do well in hot water. But anyways, I wrap them up like this, duck them in here, hold them in here. This is like the most innovative thing I've ever done. I cannot do it myself, but again, if you have flexi rods, this is where they come in. This is their time to shine, baby girl. I'm also opening my pores right now. Can your flexi rods do the same? I don't think so. was in the mood, I could also contour at the same time. You know, apply a little highlight, complexion, you know. Still looks like ramen noodles, but I'll take it. Anyways, this is what the ends look like now. I still hate them. I'm just gonna trim them up a little bit. I originally was gonna add beads to the end, but then it just felt like a lot with the ombre. I'll save those for another time. So to cut the ends, I'm really just gonna look at the ones that just look outlandish and cut them off. I don't have many like of the frizzies, except for like, it's just really apparent when it comes to the blonde hair. So just trimming the shaft of those braids. But I would probably attribute that to using the Shine and Jam. And I'd recommend that you guys, like as a beginner, like I relied on it heavy. Like I used it sometimes just to make the hair stay in place. Like I highly recommend that to you because it was just like super helpful because I just wasn't used to actually like the gripping motion, the constant braiding motion. So I certainly recommend using the Shine and Jam to your advantage. Then finishing touches. So I left my edges out, but I went out today, so I kind of gelled them already. Sorry. But you can just take like your standard gel or edge control. And this is why I left them out. Like I'm trying to keep my edges. I used to hate getting my hair braided, and that's why I haven't actually done it in a long time, and also why I don't just trust anybody, because people were really like braiding up my edges, like full on braiding my edges. And I just wrap any like long baby hairs and tuck them into a braid. And see, now we can just gel them into the braid. Nobody has to know that they're not a part of the braid. Like that's nobody's business, come on. But like we get a nice, natural, organic look. Accessories. I have hella clips, so I'll put a couple of those on, and I'm gonna put it on all the original braids, like the first couple braids where I was making mistakes and not blending seamlessly. Y'all getting clips. Where my hair is poking out, clip. I don't want to go crazy with these because I also have ring beads and elastic. I'm gonna try a ting with this because I've never used this. And I'm just crisscrossing it around the braid. Like I'm doing nothing fancy. Do people like braid this into the hair? Like how? I don't know if you guys can see the hoops, but very, very subtle detail. So these are the finished braids. I like them. Like today I went out and I felt so free, like having my scalp out. I was really happy with my braiding pattern. I'm comfortable. I did not do them too tight. They look good. I think they're cute. So let's close out this video. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you did like it, please give it a big thumbs up. Comment down below if you have any questions, comments, or concerns about the things that I did today. And as always, subscribe to me. It doesn't pay my bills yet, but it will one day. Again, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.